Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my YouTube channel Tech Innovate. Today we will discuss what is communication. So let's just start. Define communication and describe communication as a process. Identify and describe the eight essential components of communication. Identify and describe two models of communication. Many theories have been proposed to describe, predict, and understand the behavior and phenomena of which communication consist. When it comes to communicating in business, we are often less interested in theory than in making sure our communications generate the desired results. But in order to achieve results, it can be valuable to understand what communication is and how it works. Defining communication, the root of the word communication is Latin in communicare, which means to share or to make common. Communication is defined as the process of understanding and sharing meanings. At the center of our study of communication is the relationship that involves interactions between participants. This definition serves as well with its emphasis on the process, which will examine in depth across this text of coming to understand and share another's point of view effectively. The first keyword in the is definition is process. A process is a dynamic activity that is here to describe because it changes person. Imagine you are alone in your kitchen thinking someone you know. Say your mother entered the kitchen and you talked briefly. What has changed? Now imagine that your mother is joined by someone else, someone you have not met before, and this stranger listen intentionally as you speak, almost as if you were giving a speech. What has changed? Your perspective might change and you might watch your words more closely. The feedback or response from your mother and the stranger who are in sense your audience may cause you to reevaluate what you are saying when we interact. All these factors and many more influence the process of communication. The second keyword is understanding. To understanding is to perceive, to interpret, and to relate our perception and impression to what we already know. It's a friend tells you a story about falling off a bike. What imagine comes to mind now? Your friends point out the window and you see a motorcycle lying on the ground. Understanding the words and the concepts or objects they refers to it in an important part of the communication process. Next comes the word sharing. Sharing means doing something together with one or more people. You may share a joint activity as when you share in compiling a report, or you may bonafide jointly form a resource as when you and several co-workers share a pizza. In communication, sharing occurs when you convey thoughts, feelings, ideas, or insights to others. You can also share with yourself, a process called interpersonal communication. When you bring ideas to consciousness, ponder how you feel about something, or figure out the solution to a problem, and have a classic moment when something becomes clear. Finally, meaning is what we share through communication. The word bike represents both a bicycle and a short name for a motorcycle. By looking at the context the word is used in, and by seeking asking questions, we can discover the shared meaning of the word and understanding the message. Eight essential components of communication. In order to better understand the communication process, we can break it down into a series of eight components: source, message, channel, receiver, feedback, environment, context, interference. Each of these eight components serves an integral function in the overall process. Let's explore them one by one. Source. The source imagines, creates, and sends the message in a public speaking situation. The source in the person giving the speech. He or she conveys the message by sharing new information with the audience. The speaker also conveys a message through his or her tone of voice, body language, and choice of clothing. The speaker begins by first determining the message, what to say and how to say it. The second step involves encoding the message by choosing just the right order to, or the perfect words to convey the intended meaning. The third step is to present or send the information to the receiver or audience. Finally, by watching for the audience reactions, the source receive how well and they received the message and respond with clarification or supporting information. Message. The message is the stimulus or meaning produced by the source for the receiver or audience. When you plan to give a speech or write a report, your message may seem to be only the words you choose that will convey your meaning, but that is just the beginning. The words are brought together with grammar and organization. You may choose to save your most important point for last. The message also consists of the way you say it in a speech with your tone of for your voice. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe our YouTube channel. We will meet soon in the next video. Allah Hafiz.